Okay, we are currently in West Bend, Iowa, and we are at the eighth wonder of the world. It's frequently considered the eighth wonder of the world. The Iowan frequently considered the eighth wonder of the world. It was placed on the National Register of Historical Places in 2001 and has been included in Roadside America and Disney Street Story. There's 9 separate grottos. Each portray displays and scenes from in life of Christ. There are seasonal tours from April to October from 10 to 5 p.m. and it is currently 6 o'clock. So, and it's Monday through Friday. Tours begin at the museum, and they also have virtual tours available. They have a gift shop, the artist's name is Father Matthias Doberstein. He was born in Rosenfeld, Germany on September 21st, 1874. I am currently reading off the Grotto's page. I'm currently reading off of the Grotto's page. He was born September 21st in 1872. He received part of his early education at the University of Dichkron in Germany. When Paul was 20 years old, he immigrated to America. On coming to America, he entered the Seminary of St. Francis near Milwaukee to prepare for the priesthood. It is way more active than I thought it was going to be here. But I guess that's a good thing. Especially being considered the eighth wonder. He entered the Seminary of St. Francis near Milwaukee to prepare for priesthood. It was there that he began to show signs of unusual artistic ability that was to characterize all the waking hours of his earthly existence. He completed his studies for the priesthood at St. Francis Seminary and was ordained there on June 30th, 1897. For 1 year, he served as chaplain for the Sisters of Mount Carmel Hospital in Dubuque, D-U-B-U-Q-U-E. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that. Then, when the Archdiocese of Dubuque was divided and Sioux City, Iowa, jurisdiction was formed, he was appointed the pastor of West Bend St. St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church and remained there in that capacity for the rest of his life. During 57 years, he was counselor, instructor, and leader to the parishioners of St. Peter and Paul's. And there's a picture of him on the site too. Father Dobestein became critically ill with pneumonia. As he fought for his life, he prayed the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Mother of God, to intercede for him for the grace of health. He promised to build a shrine in her honor of he lived. The illness passed. The student completed his studies, and after his ordination, he came to the West Bend as pastor in 1898. For over a decade, he was stockpiling rocks and precious stones. The actual work of giving performance to his promise began to take shape in 1912. The designed purpose of the grotto is to tell in silent stone, made spiritually eloquent, the story of man's fall and his redemption by Christ, the Savior of the world. The materials that were used, the love of precious stones is deeply implanted in the human heart, and the cause of this must be sought not only in their coloring and brilliancy, but also in their durability. All the fall colors of flowers and foliage, even the blue of the sky and the glory of the sunset clouds, only last for a short time, and are subject to continual changes. But the sheen and color of precious stones are the same today as they were thousands of years ago, and will be countless years to come in a world of change. This permanence has a charm of its own, and was appreciated early in the history of mankind, and remains to this day. His vow to erect a shrine to the Mother of Christ, he was determined to make the most of material beauty and to emphasize the spiritual beauty of the woman he had in mind. I'm not reading the whole thing because there's quite a lot there, but you can find it all on the Grotto of the Redemption's page. She would just jumped out of the car. Most architects and contractors would hesitate a long time before undertaking a project such as the Grotto of the Redemption. In West Bend, it is doubtful whether it can or ever be duplicated. No account was made either of the many man-hours of labor involved in building the grotto, or the money expended in gathering the stones and shaping them into harmonious unit. This is perhaps because Father Dobestein wanted the cost to be known to God alone. One of the most amazing things about the grotto at West Bend is the great tendency of purpose the builder displaying in carrying out his plans. It is the largest known accomplishment of its kind anywhere in the world. In outlining the purpose of the grotto, the intention has been deliberated to preserve as far as possible the thought and expression of Father Dobestein. His first and only account of the grotto is undated, but it is thought to have appeared around the year 1936. From the time that the structure began to attract attention, it has always called the Grotto of the Redemption. Father Doberstein was 74 years old when Father Greving was sent to West Bend to assume Doberstein's clerical duties, as well as to assist with the ongoing building project. New to the rigors of the Grotto construction, Father Greving immediately envisioned the usefulness of an electric hoist and miraculously convinced his superior to induce his device. Up to that time, all lifting had been done by hand. Doberstein worked with Father Greving and Matt, I can't pronounce that last name, Szerenske, on the Grotto of the Redemption for 8 years. Reverend Paul Doberstein, the creator and builder of the famous grottos at West Bend, Iowa, laid down his trowel on July 24th, 1954 at 7:25 p.m. It was as if God waited until the last ruddy rays of the setting sun had shed the last warm, friendly rays over the twinkling towers of his grottos, and then called the tired artist home from his life's work. Father Doberstein was laid to rest in the parish cemetery, 1/2 mile west of the grotto. The grave marker reads, Father P.M. Doberstein, 1872 to 1954. After 42 years as a priest, spelunker, and grotto builder extraordinaire, Father Doberstein passed the torch to that long name and Greving. Though he fully believed in the radiating spiritual power of his work, he may never have imagined the magnitude of his influence. Matt continued to work on the grotto until his retirement in 1959. Father Doberstein often told Father Greving, the show must go on. For 50 years, Father Louis Greving continued to build and care for the grotto. With the tender hands of a loving father, Father Greving is quoted in the book An Explanation of the Grotto of the Redemption, saying, By providence of God, I spend my priesthood of some 45 since 1946 in the shadow of the Grotto of the Redemption. The grotto is a monument of faith, hope, and love that once lived in the mind and heart of Father Paul Doberstein. Over some 42 years, he labored laboriously and perseveringly to give the external expression of that faith and love in a structure which is now the Grotto of the Redemption, an artistic portrayal of the life of Christ in stone. Some 100,000 tourists have come to see the grotto annually, and we're one of them. Okay, we're gonna get out and look a little bit. So yeah, there's a web page about it, and I was just reading off their web page. I didn't know that it was considered as that though. She was looking at the swan. She wants to go say hi. So we're just gonna walk around a little bit. On the outside here at the museum, they have information in both English and Espanol. Christ's Sermon on the Mount. Oh, wow. In opening his mouth, he taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the meek, for they shall possess the land. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted." Wow. I didn't know that you could climb it. So This is an added bonus. Oh wow. How cool is that? Okay. Let's go this way first. Oh, it looks like there's stations of the cross in there, too. Yep, there is. There's stations of the cross inside that area. Oh, wow. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Have an adventurous night.